$8,000 per semester. $8,000 is how much money you can get for attending school right after work is over. Our company, Simplot, and WIA are teaming up to help each one of us be able to go to college and pursue our education. Now, WIA is a Workforce Investment Act, and this is a grant Simplot is working with other groups to be able to come together and provide funds for each one of us to be able to attend college and obtain higher education. So now that you know that you can each individually get $8,000 per semester, which adds up to about $16,000 a year. Don't you all want to go to college? I mean, it's awesome just to think that you can get free money to be able to go to college and gain this education. But where can you start, or how can you start? That may be the toughest thing, because we're so used to going to work, going home, and fulfilling other responsibilities. Sometimes we forget about school, or we haven't been to school in a long time, and so we forget about that whole process. Well, let me just give you a few things that can help each one of us be able to go through this process and be able to get this grant and use this money that is available to us right now. And so one of the first options that we have is we can speak to our HR representative here at the company at Simplot, and she will be able to guide us and be able to give us more information on how we can go about the application process and to be able to get this money. Another thing is we have scheduled different college counselors to come here during the week to be able to give us tips and also help us through this application process once again. And so most of these counselors will be coming from Idaho State University. And another resource that we have available, that is available to all of us, are the college websites. Now, these college websites are on the internet, and they can help us find this information that is available so we can get started and go into school. And so these college websites offer step-by-step process on how to apply for the school, and also how to find even more money to be able to pay for school. And so those three things are very helpful. We can go to our human resource officer, we can talk to the counselors that we'll be visiting here at work, and also these college websites can help each one of us go through this application process. And so now you may be wondering, how much will be covered, by who, or who's paying for school exactly? And so Simplot, the company, is paying for 80% of tuition, which is quite a bit, and the rest can be covered through the Workforce Investment Act, the WIA. And so it's all about getting a feel for it and finding what is right for you. But like I said, knowing that the company is paying for most of these costs can put you more at ease and make you feel more comfortable about going to college or returning to college. And so one of the benefits is that Simplot is covering 80%, the rest is being covered by WIA, and also you can still apply for federal financial aid, so you can still go to FAFSA and collect your financial aid through them, and it will not affect the help you're getting through these other organizations. And also, through the WIA, you are still able to collect unemployment because you are not going to work, and so you can collect all these things. There'll be all this money, they'll be paying for school, but at the same time you can still collect your financial aid or other scholarships, and then you can also collect your unemployment. And so there's a lot of help out there to be able to get each one of us back into college. Losing a job is difficult, but it does not mean it has to be the end. It does not mean you have to go on a crazy job hunt once again and trying to find the means by which we can keep supporting our families. And so, like I said, it's all about getting a feel for it, getting a feel for school, and just getting back into the whole process. And so it's not just something you pick up. It's not just something you say, well, I'm going to go apply for school today and just get right on it. It's a process. It's not something, you just go on and you say, well, I'm going to do 12 credits today and be a full-time student. I mean, it's possible. I'm sure a lot of us here are already doing full-time school and full-time work. But, for many of us, that might not be the case. And so we have to figure out how we can adapt school into our lives. And so one of the things is we can take 2 or 3 classes to be able to help us get an education, but at the same time still give us time to be able to be with our families or do other things. Now 2 or 3 classes would mean taking about 6 credits, which would be a part-time student. And so 6 credits just means about 6 class hours per week. And so, like I said, it's individually for everybody. So everybody has to find what is right for them, whether it be full-time or maybe part-time, or maybe even just doing a couple credits. And so there's different sites like the isu.edu site, and also the bsmart.com for BYU Idaho, or the BYU schools, that can help through the different application process. Now there's a quote by Dennis Prager, and it says, "One of the great mind destroyers of college education is to believe that it is very complex. It's very profound." And to me, I believe that is not true. I've done college classes, and I know that it can be tough at times, and maybe it's a little intimidating, but I know it's possible, and I know it's worth it. And so, maybe you think age, maybe there's different factors why people may think college is intimidating or profound. Maybe you think you don't have time, maybe you think, age is a factor, you're too old to be able to go to school or go back to school. Let me tell you that isn't the case, because any age is right for college. Anyone can do it. And there's different people here at work that go to school, or have been going to school, and they've been able to succeed and able to move forward, with finding new jobs. There's people that have new jobs set up already because they've been doing school while we were still working here. And so it's just a great example, and a great, it encourages me to be able to do what I can to be able to pursue my own education. We all know Eric here, and he's, I'm going to say his age, he's in his 30s. We also have Brady, he's in his 20s, and they're going to school right now. And you might say, well, these guys are pretty young, they can go to school and it's alright. But we also have other people. We have people like Mary. Mary is a grandma, and she is going to school right now. And she's doing full-time school and full-time work. And for me, that's just a great example. I think that is awesome. She's busy with her grandkids, and I'm sure a whole lot of other stuff, but she still finds time to do school. And one important thing about Mary going to school is that she's actually not going to the college to do her courses. She found what was right for her, and she's doing online classes to be able to fit it into her busy schedule. With online classes, she's able to do her schoolwork within her own time frame, and she can adjust it to her own schedule. And so that's another thing to look into. Maybe going to classes at the university isn't the thing that is right for you or your schedule, and so you can look into it a little further and do something like online classes. But really, it does not have to stop somebody from going to school or from learning, and from going to school and learning those new things leading up to finding a new job. And so I've always been told college grads are more successful than people that don't have a degree. And as I looked more into it, I saw that it's true, because with a college education, you learn so many things, you learn new experiences, and so these are more valuable things that employers look for. And these stats show that about 88% of those who are college grads already have job-related, or that 88% of the people that are college grads find that they already have jobs set up by the time they're ready to graduate. And maybe about 81% of the ones who don't find jobs within 6 months after graduating. And so those are pretty high statistics, and that is encouraging, because that if you go to college, you're bound to find a job, within the first 6 months after you graduate. And so just to recap, once again, the benefits of going to college, I want to let you know that the application process is not difficult. if you use your resources, if you go and do your own research, it really can be simple. It does not have to be tough. And there's many different scheduling options. Keep that in mind, because your schedule does not have to stand between you and your education. The scheduling does not have to be a problem. It's right for anyone, regardless of your age, or your financial circumstances, especially in this case, because, the company is helping us out in that way. And you'd gain knowledge, and through that knowledge is what would set you up. Through the knowledge and experiences, it would set you up to find another job, and you'd be bound to be more successful. And honestly, you'd be setting a great family example. If your family sees that you are going to college, maybe your wife or husband will be motivated to go to college as well. Or maybe your kids will see that, college education is really important because they're seeing their mom or dad go to college, and they will be more likely to go to college themselves. And now I wanna share just a personal experience. And so, in this past year, I've done 2 online semesters while working here at Simplot. And it's been challenging, and it has been pretty difficult at times, and I felt like quitting school, or maybe just even leaving the job. But I pulled through with it, and it's been awesome. Although I've struggled a little bit, I know that it's worth it. I know that college education is important because it helps us out. It helps us gain more knowledge, and it helps us really become better people by giving back to the community with the things we are learning. And so I know that school is good, and it can be good for each and every one of you. It'll be paid for you if you do this, so I encourage you to do it. Go through the application process, talk to the people you need to talk to. I have more information on the people you can talk to regarding, who you can talk to here at Simplot, our HR leader. But outside of Simplot, like the WIA, I have information through the Idaho Department of Labor that can help you go through the application process. I personally talked to Lucy Ballesteros, and she's the one helping me out here in Blackfoot. And so I have more information that I can give all of you, so you can be able to start your own application process and be able to get the help you need to be able to start your own education. Like I said, for me, it's been a great experience going to school. And I know I haven't graduated yet, but I'm looking forward to that day, and I know that because of my college education, I will be able to find a job, and keep giving back to my family and those around me. And I want to invite you to try college. Even if at least it's just for a couple credits this fall. If you do that, I know you will be successful, and you will be happy with the results of going to college. And I just want to encourage each one of you to become part of the wave of the new college students.